I saw the Stranger Things Season 5 finale in theaters last night, and I really enjoyed it. So let's talk about it. Spoilers ahead. Seeing this finale on the big screen definitely elevated the experience for me. Being surrounded by people who love the show, people who've grown up with these characters who understand the emotional weight of the story, it just added something you can't replicate at home. You could feel the energy in the room, the collective reactions, the laughter, and it reminded me that Stranger Things has always been more than just a show. It's been a shared experience, and watching the finale in theaters really honored that. This finale hit me emotionally in a way I was not prepared for. When they played Purple Rain, I was in tears. I was done at that point. Music has always been such a huge part of Stranger Things, and using Prince in that moment, it just intensified everything times 10. Let's get into the performances. Jamie Campbell Bower was phenomenal. Give him all the awards. He has carried this villain with such precision, restraint, and rage, and he did such a phenomenal job. Which brings me to something I really appreciated. For a split second, I almost felt sorry for Henry, and then I caught myself and I was like, wait, no. And I love that the show didn't try to redeem him. He was just evil. They didn't force sympathy where it didn't belong. They didn't soften him at the last minute. And that choice felt honest and refreshing. Nell Fisher as Holly absolutely surprised me in the best way. She really stepped up in this finale, and her presence felt intentional. I truly think she's going to go on to do incredible things, and this finale gave her a moment to shine without overdoing it. Caleb McLaughlin, Millie Bobby Brown, Finn Wolfhard, Sadie Sink, Matarazzo, and the rest of the cast, they all gave some of the best performances by young adults I've seen. Seeing everyone come together to take down Vecna and the Mind Flayer was so satisfying. Lucas with the slingshot, the teamwork, the callbacks, and those flashbacks while Joyce landed the final blows, that hit so hard. Seeing all the pain Vecna put these kids through season after season really drove home just how much they've endured. These are children who grew up in trauma, and this moment really acknowledged that weight. A scene that really stood out to me was when Vecna tricked Hopper into thinking he shot Elle. That was fire. The execution, the tension, the emotional manipulation. And it worked because it preyed on Hopper's greatest fear. It was smart and it was so well done. So the epilogue. The epilogue was beautiful. It was quiet, gentle, and very reflective. It didn't rush us out the door. It let us sit with the ending, and I really appreciated that. I love that Nancy chose herself. No forced romance, no who does she end up with debate. She chose her own path, and that felt incredibly true to her character. Dustin's valedictorian speech was one of the quiet standouts of the finale. It was clearly an ode to Eddie. It was tender, and it reminded us that Eddie's impact didn't disappear just because he did. Joyce and Hopper at Enzo's with a beautiful engagement. In the moment that truly broke me, ending the show where it all started, in the basement, with one final campaign. That full circle moment couldn't have been executed any better. It wasn't flashy, and it didn't need to be. It honored the heart of the show. Everyone crying around the table, I was crying with them. And when they placed their books on the shelf, that scene took me out. In that moment, I didn't see the characters. I saw the actors. I saw people who had grown up together really saying goodbye. And that made it hit even harder. I really enjoyed this finale. Do I have nitpicks? Of course. Was it perfect? No. But I feel satisfied with how it ended. And no matter how you feel about the finale, it doesn't erase what Stranger Things gave us. 10 years of incredible storytelling, amazing performances, characters that felt like family, art that stays with you. That was a really fun ride. If you've seen the finale, I'd love to hear your thoughts. What worked for you, what didn't, and what moments hit you the hardest. My name is Kamara, and this is Screen Diaries. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.